Today I want to talk to you about drawing Matman. I was going to have this video be how to make Matman and then draw him, but you can easily go find the video of Matman being created that we've already shared. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to share how I have my students, including students who've never been in school before, just turned 3 years old, start the process of building a person. So ideally we want the kids to be able to draw Matman because they should be able to draw a self-portrait or a picture. So the very first thing that I do is I always say, okay, here's Matman. And I show the Matman and I say, draw a person. And I'll just jot down notes of what they made, if they were saying anything as they did it, if they said he's tall, he's big, eye, if it was, they tried to make the circle, the head. And then I ask if they're done. See if they want to tell me any of the parts. Oh, can you tell me about your Matman? What's this? What's that? So I would say, here's my piece of paper. I would fold it so that I have 4, but you can always just do a front and a back, especially for like a younger student, because the paper, they probably will take the whole paper out. But I would just put a little number 1 here, so I knew this was the number 1, independently done. And then I would go ahead and I'd say, okay, I'm gonna make my person and you make him the same. So now I'm doing verbal directions. Okay, he's got his eyes, his nose, and his smile. Can you make the same? I'm not even going to add the body yet because for a younger child, I just really wanna focus on this. So now I'm gonna see what they can do. Okay, make his head, don't forget his head. And then I would put a number 2 on there and say, this was with a model of the face because that was all that we did. So now for my next step, this will be your number 3. I'm gonna go step by step with verbal directions as well as, physically prompting and providing the model. So I'm gonna tell them, okay, watch me. I'm gonna make my big circle head. And stop. Now you make your circle head, okay? And the child should make their circle on the paper. I'll go ahead and make my circle. And then as soon as they make the head, okay, stop. And you might even want to physically grab, not grab like you're taking their hand, but just prompt their hand. Okay, put your crayon down. Now we both have a circle. Now I'm going to make his 2 small circle eyes. 1, 2, stop. Can you make the eyes? And I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to imagine, the eyes might be something like this. And that's okay. All right, what does he need now? He needs his nose. And this is going well, so I'm going to make his nose, and then I might just do like a little dot like this, which is hard to see. So I might say, oh, can you try to make the circle around? Stop. And I'm going to continue because I see it pretty much looks like a face. Okay, now we're going to add, it's like an upside down magic C. So we start at the top, down, turn up, and stop. There's the smile. Can you make the smile? And they might put the smile over here, do something like that. Okay, still developmentally pretty on task. They knew to come to a stop. I will add the ears. He's got 2 ears outside his head. Don't forget his ears. And they might do something like this. Again, developmentally appropriate. And now because I see that was so similar to my step-by-step model, I'm gonna see if they can do the body. So now, okay, see, his body's going to touch his head. We're gonna make our rectangle. Short, long, stop. And they probably are gonna make something like this, if you even get that, where it's kind of attached. And this would be amazing for a 3-year-old or 4-year-old. All right, I'm gonna give Matman his 2 arms on either side. You do the same. So just break it down step by step. We're teaching it. We're not expecting them to be able to do this right now. So, maybe they'll have the arms coming out of the head. And just remind them that, oh, it's attached to his body. Next time, let's have it come out of his body. Do you know what else he needs? And at this point, they might even be able to remember that they need the legs. Okay, here's his 2 long legs. And I didn't even proportion my Matman great. His 2 legs. Okay, you make the 2 legs, and they might make their legs. And if your child makes something like this is amazing. And then something else I like to do is I like to show them if they're able to understand the beginning, number 1, where it doesn't really look like a person compared to this, and ask them, which one do you think looks like a person? And they usually always say the one with the step-by-step modeling and verbal directions. You just taught Matman. You didn't just expect them to draw something independently and that was it. I want to see where the students are at independently, but then I want to teach the skill. So when you guys do Matman, please make sure, yes, of course, have your child independently make the Matman from, you know, this model that is going to look way better, not like this. Have him build Matman, but also then teach the process. Even if you just focus on the head, okay, let's make his circle head. We're gonna go around, stop. So that you kind of stop that never-ending circle. Let's give him some eyes. Okay, good, he's got his eyes. And his nose, they might just do one of those. Remember, his nose goes under the eyes, and give him a smile. That would even be okay. That would be amazing. But even if it looks something like this, and you've got some lines all over the place, that's all right. We're teaching it. So please, whenever the activity is assigned to make Matman, build Matman and have fun, but also teach each step. And then when you send me a picture of their finished work, just label everything. Number 1, independent. Number 2, from a model. Number 3, step by step with a model. So have fun making your person. And then for older students, obviously once they're more advanced, they can add hair, they can add clothing, make sure they're using different color crayons to add details, and always model that. So when you make a person, I mean, I'm no artist, make sure you're using multiple colors, make sure you're adding details like a dress or a skirt or a hat, just to model that and really teach it for the kids. So make sure whenever you do Matman and you're making a person, have fun.